Today is January 29th, 2015. It's Thursday, and I decided to tackle a giant problem of changing out my my heater core because it was, well, long story short, it was leaking coolant on me while I was trying to put in the rack and pinion and the rear motor mount, and it turned out to be one of those two hoses right over there. So I decided to put it back together and see what happens. This right here is actually the heater core, which I already showed you the other day. This giant bastard right here, this is actually the big climate control unit. And check this out. It's all gnarly and nasty and stuff, full of mold and mildew and stuff. It's a little bit cracked right here, but it works just fine. I can go to a junkyard and find a car already tore apart. I'll get another one, but it's only in the cover is cracked. There's only one more to say about this, and this thing is just nasty. The car actually still held air, but I never did actually power on the compressor. So as far as I know, I mean, it could have been holding air and not actually charging and stuff. I don't know. As we all know, when moisture gets into the system, when dirt and debris gets into the system, the moisture isn't able to, condensation isn't able to drain away, and so what happens is that it actually causes dirt to accumulate and causes mold and rot and develops pinhole leaks. So me taking that, selling that, and wow, it's the connections on this thing were a bitch to get off. Show you what's going on out here. I'm actually going to take my radiator in too, because it's the only radiator I know over here. Volvo actually made it a little bit too complicated, but it's a unique design. It's nice to be cooling and stuff. But what they did was this right here is actually the bottom of the radiator. What they did was they made the radiator for turbo and for a non-turbo, multi-purpose. On the one side you just put plugs basically. So on the right side over here, what you do is you actually have these two plugs for the turbo, a drain for the oil lines, and on the left side where the blue rag over here is, and over there, those actually for the transmission. It's a transmission cooler. So you have a micro little radiator fin on the side, and a little micro fin radiator on this side. And this is all kept separated and stuff. By the way, that's probably about $6 at the junkyard. Who knows? But just the dashboard itself is fun to take out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We put some light on the subject. Basically had to strip the car all the way down, and just to take out the steering wheel, had to carefully remove the airbag, remove the steering wheel, blah blah blah, then remove the two stocks for the high beams and the windshield wipers, and then had to get to the remove the dash. And that giant hole over there is where the climate control unit goes. I'll show you some other stuff before this thing goes off. That's actually an intercooler, by the way. That's actually for the turbo. That has nothing to do with coolant or oil. Well, actually it does oil, but never mind. Had to go buy some stuff, but I wasn't too sure what size it was. But this thing in there is so tight, I actually had to end up undoing one of those lines there because it wanted to come out the hard way and stuff. And this is all the debris and stuff that was actually in there and stuff. And so these little lines over here had like a little green dye in there and stuff. I don't know if it was leaking or not, but it's time to service it. And all the little seals are and stuff. So it's supposed to be some kind of an expansion tube thing in one of these tubes in here, but I don't see it. But anyway, I'm gonna go and have some dinner and take a rest. So anyway, it's been a long day. I'll talk to you guys later on. All right, bye.